Nicotine withdrawal is a myth. Are you worried about quitting smoking and withdrawal? Every time you try and quit, do you relapse because of the withdrawal symptoms? Do you just want to know how to beat the withdrawal symptoms once and for all and quit smoking? Then this video is for you. Make sure you stay to the end of the video, as I'm going to give you 3 tips, tricks, and hacks that you can do to beat the withdrawal symptoms and quit smoking for the rest of your life. If this is your first time to my channel, please hit subscribe, especially if you're interested in tips, tricks, and hacks on how to quit smoking for the rest of your life. Remember to hit the notification button, as it will tell you when I post new content, which is twice per week at a minimum. I will also put a link in the description below so that you can book yourself into a free phone consultation with me, where I will simply get you on the right track to quitting smoking for the rest of your life. It's free and it's fun. So just go ahead and book yourself in. It's easy. And I want you to know, if you have done this and it worked for you, if you use my methods and it worked, then put it in the comment section below. Allow other people to benefit from your experience. Or if you just have more questions and you want to understand something more, put those questions in the comment blocks below. That's the whole point of the comment section under this video. So go right ahead and use it. It's easy to do, and the responses you get may change your life. One thing right off the bat you need to understand is that simply learning the truth about withdrawal is not likely to be the linchpin that gets you to quit. 93% of people will need the aid of a program. Even if you understand the myths about withdrawal, doesn't mean you're going to quit. Here's why. The reasons you smoke and why you're stuck are much more complex than just simply understanding the myths of withdrawal. Don't let that dissuade you, as it is important to understand this in order to quit. It's part of the journey, not the end of the journey. When I tried to quit, I remember quitting smoking when within 3 hours the withdrawal symptoms setting in. I would get headaches. I felt so sick. I just wanted to puke. It was horrible. I remember lying on my couch after one of my, 50 times trying to quit. And I remember this one afternoon feeling tired, lethargic, and heavy. I was angry, irritable, and I wanted to bite everyone's head off. I had brain fog. I couldn't concentrate. If I only knew then what I know now, quitting would have been so much easier for me. Here's what happens when you think that this is about nicotine withdrawal. This is what happens. But we actually know from science, it's much more complex than it just being about nicotine withdrawal. We need to deconstruct the science of the body to figure out what is really going on here with nicotine withdrawal. We can understand the biochemistry, and if we do, perhaps we can figure out what to do about it, right? Withdrawal symptoms from quitting smoking are, but not limited to, rapid heartbeat, insomnia, wakeful state, shortness of breath, irritability, grumpiness, inability to focus, what we call brain fog, headaches, tiredness. Sound about right? But if this is caused by the nicotine leaving your system, well, it kind of sort of is and sort of isn't. Let's look at the 3 things we actually know from the science about nicotine withdrawal and what it really is. 1, when we smoke nicotine, we know that nicotine has an effect on caffeine. Did you know that 86% of smokers drink coffee? And smokers consume twice as much coffee as non-smokers. In fact, a smoker consumes on average 3 cups per day, while non-smokers consume 1.5 cups. We understand the science of nicotine and caffeine. When you consume caffeine and smoke, the caffeine breaks down twice as fast. That means the effects of caffeine on a smoker is half that of a non-smoker. Guess why smokers consume twice as much caffeine? They have to in order to get the same effects. Think about this. As a smoker, you likely drink coffee, and you likely drink twice as you normally would as if you were a non-smoker to get the same effects out of the caffeine, because the nicotine causes our body to break it down twice as fast. You create habits out of both the smoking and the drinking of the coffee, right? So when you quit, you still have the habit of drinking 3 cups of coffee a day. Do you cut your coffee consumption when you quit? No. Because you have a habit of 3 cups of coffee a day. You're not even thinking about it. You just go on drinking the same amount of coffee. But wait a minute. Your body has adjusted and gotten used to a certain level of caffeine, but you're drinking the same amount without the caffeine. You're drinking the same amount of coffee without the nicotine. You are no longer ingesting the nicotine that breaks the coffee down twice as fast. So what happens? Biochemically, well, you now have twice the level of caffeine in your system for double the amount of time. What do you think that causes? It causes something called caffeine overdose. Guess what the side effects of caffeine overdose are? Rapid heart rate, insomnia, shortness of breath. Sound like withdrawal? We will come back to this in the tips, tricks, and hacks about how to deal with it. But let's move on to number 2. Nicotine also causes blood sugar levels to fall, which leads to hypoglycemia. That's low blood sugar levels that lead to diabetes. Guess why smokers are more likely to develop diabetes than non-smokers? Now you quit and the nicotine is gone and your blood sugar levels spike. Guess what happens according to science? You get hyperglycemia, the opposite of hypoglycemia. And guess what the side effects of hyperglycemia are? Increased urination, which leads to dehydration, restlessness, tingling hands and feet, nausea, confusion, increased sadness, depression, and anxiety. Sound familiar? Basically, smoking was causing your body to reduce blood sugar levels that were giving you diabetes, and now that you quit, your blood sugar levels are climbing, giving you hyperglycemia. And these crazy withdrawal symptoms as well. That's what's happening. Now let's deal with number 3, dehydration. Dehydration is a byproduct of both the caffeine overdose and the hyperglycemia from quitting. What do you think the symptoms of dehydration are? Feeling dizzy, lightheaded, confusion, tired, lethargic, listlessness, irritability, anger, depression, headaches. So let's put all 3 of these together. Caffeine overdose with hyperglycemia and dehydration. These 3 things cause rapid heart rate, shortness of breath, restlessness, insomnia, tiredness, without sleep, tingling hands and feet, nausea, increased sadness, depression, anxiety, irritability, anger, feeling dizzy, lightheaded, confusion, brain fog, lethargicness, listlessness, headaches. Does this all sound familiar? So what's happening here? All that is happening is your body is adjusting to not having nicotine. The myth of nicotine withdrawal is that it is a byproduct of not having nicotine and that nothing can be done. It's just something you have to go through. That's the myth. Well, we know why from science. I just explained it to you. Why you have these withdrawal symptoms. And we know what we can do about it. Here's what you can do to help with these symptoms to ease the quitting process. 3 tips, tricks, and hacks. 1, cut your coffee consumption in half to minimize the caffeine overdose. Number 1. Number 2, eat a larger breakfast that includes either carbohydrates or fruit to control your glucose levels. Eat breakfast as soon as you wake up, like within 10 minutes. Some ideal breakfasts include hard-boiled eggs and whole grain toast, oatmeal with berries, sunflower seeds, agave, and cinnamon. Greek yogurt with berries or honey and oatmeal. Cinnamon is thought to help reduce blood sugar levels and can be sprinkled on many breakfast foods. This will help with the hyperglycemia. 3, dehydration. Drink lots of water. Increase your water intake. And as you experience any of these withdrawal symptoms, grab some fruit and nuts and drink water immediately. It will give you immediate relief. If you do these 3 things, your withdrawal symptoms will become so much easier to deal with. Remember that this knowledge alone is not likely to get you to quit, but it is an important step in any quit smoking journey to understand. I have helped over 10,000 people quit smoking for the rest of their life, and my program has a 95% success rate. And this information is the byproduct of all that experience and knowledge. So take advantage of it and use it to help you quit for life. If these tips, tricks, and hacks have been useful, And if this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe, especially if you're interested in more tips, tricks, and hacks on how to quit smoking for the rest of your life. Remember to hit the notification button, as it will tell you when I post new content, which is twice per week at a minimum. I will also put a link in the description below so that you can book yourself into a free phone consultation with me. We will just get you on the right track to quitting smoking for the rest of your life. It's free and it's fun, so just go ahead and book yourself in. It's easy. And I want you to know if this worked for you, or what did you do that did work. Let others know. Put that experience in the comments below, or if you just have questions, put those in the comment section below as well. No question will go unanswered. You can join my Facebook page at the link that I'm about to put on here, or my Instagram account. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I want you to know I appreciate your support, as I've helped thousands of people quit for the rest of their life. Thank you and blessings to everyone, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.